These are R4 tires here on my John Deere 2038R. Great tires. Great tires if you're in the mud or the dirt. I've mentioned before, I live just outside of Buffalo, New York, in Western New York, and we get our share of snow. About 90 inches is our average snowfall. I've seen it as high as 200 inches. So the tractor being able to plow is just absolutely essentials. And these tires are horrible, the R4 tires. We're gonna fix that. No, we're not putting new tires on. Stay tuned. So there are basically 4 different types of tires that are used on subcompact and compact tractors. R1 tires are known as ag tires, are used on much bigger tractors. There are some out there in the compact tractor world as well. They're great for mud and the things that the farmers have to use them for. Their lugs are about 23 degrees, so that makes them very, very effective in the mud. If you went to the next aggressive tires, that's what I have on this tractor, which are R4 tires. They're the most commonly used tires. They're great in the mud and the dirt. Not so great when they're on hard surfaces like asphalt or concrete. Those lugs can wear pretty fast, and they're not great at all in snow and ice. And that's why I've got to make the changes that I have to make. So again, going up the from most aggressive to least aggressive. Next would be a relatively new tire on the market in the last few years, which is called a hybrid or an R14 tire. Don't get messed up with the sequence of the numbers, they make no sense. A hybrid is exactly what it sounds like. It's the combination of the best features from 2 different tires, one being the R4, the other being the turf tire. And I'll talk about the turf tire in just a moment. So the R14's lug height and pattern will get you out of some muddy situations. It also won't tear up your lawn or a customer's lawn if you happen to be working for other people as we do. If you're only cutting grass and you're in relatively dry conditions, turf tires are great. As a matter of fact, turf tires are the best tire for snow and ice. Why is that? Well, if you think about it, it gets the most rubber or tire on the ground to start your breakaway on it, where the large lugs, like especially the ag tires, you would never want to use those for snow plowing. But even the R4 tires has those big lugs, and there's just not enough surface to break you out of the snow and ice. So, as I mentioned, we're gonna fix the R4 tires. So as far as what you're gonna need to do this job, this is the U100. I'll put the product description and source and price down below. It comes with the assortment of blades. You'll need a T25 and then a small screwdriver for pulling your waste out of the tires. The T25 is used to install and remove your cutting edge. Simply loosen these up and it goes right through the slot, as you can see. Again, you want, looking at it this way, you want the cutting edge facing outwards because you're going to push this way. Here's also what I've learned about this. This is on. I can touch it, no problem. When it engages is when you push it up against the tire and this slides in, and that's what begins the heating process. So what I've found, I've already got one tire done. What I've found is you push it up against, hold it for just a second, and then continue. You don't want to, it's a little bit of a workout, but you don't want to really refine this thing to where you're feeling it in your shoulder. What you need to do then are 2 things. Slow down and make sure you're level on the tire, that you're not tipped and digging in. Let me show you the one that I've already done. If you can see the grooves that are cut in, this is what I was able to do with that machine. Now, a couple things that I've learned. First, I've got the tractor jacked up a little bit, took the emergency brake and 4-wheel drive off so the wheels would spin. And then what I'm doing is I'm using a chalk and got that under the wheel so that when I'm grooving, that the tire does not move at that time. As I said, what you want to do is make sure that this is level on the lug as you're going across. Okay, don't push too hard. I used a little thin screwdriver to then pull these out. Here's what they look like. They're all over the floor right now. And so as far as depth, it appears I'm about 1/4 inch or so. Look, I'm not a tire expert. Some of you guys are gonna just tear me up for this. And when you do that, please put it in the comments. Tell me what I did wrong. Should I have gone deeper, shallower? The other question that I have, and I'd love for some input from you guys, is should I do the front tires? If I do, what I'm going to do, I'm not going to do them today. If I do, I'm going to pull them off and do them on the bench because I'm going to be putting 1.5 inch spacers on the front, so I'm going to have them off anyhow. And I just think it'd be a little easier on the back. That's the other thing that I've learned too, is, you know, I'm sitting down right now. This really doesn't work. What you need to do is to get right over the lug so that you can maintain even pressure as you're going through it. Don't get me wrong, I'm the first guy to want to sit down to save my old back. It took me about a half hour for this tire to do it. We're gonna go over and do the second tire now. I'll put that on time lapse. I'm not gonna bore you guys with going through every groove, but I'm excited about this. Here's the thing. When you do something that you're unfamiliar with and you're sharing it with other people, what you wanna do is prove your concept, okay? I can't do that. 2 reasons. In order to do that, you gotta have exactly like circumstances, speed, weight on the tractor, snow depth or ice depth and what have you. But yeah, and that's difficult to do. The second thing is, we are in January, and what everybody considers to be the snow capital of the world, we've had about 2 inches of snow all year. I've got about 16 hours on this tractor. I'm dying to get out there and see what it'll do in the snow. And eventually we will, and I'll have some great videos for you guys, but I cannot believe it. Also, you can see my breath here a little bit in the shop, and I'm only doing that. You're only seeing that because I'm doing a video. As soon as I go off, I'm gonna turn the heater back on. It just makes an awful lot of noise. That's a key also. Try to bring the temperature of your barn or garage up as high as you can, and that helps with the grooving process at all. Love to hear comments on this. I really, really would. I've told you guys before, I'm an expert in nothing. I'm learning with you guys get to see all my mistakes. And there's been some good ones on the videos. So I'd love your comments. You know, you might say, just go out and buy R14s. Well, you know, I'd like to. I'm not made of money. I only have 16 hours on. I'm not going to do that. Eventually, someday will. I don't know, maybe. But for right now, I think this is going to work. What do you guys think? All right, get started on this side. I apologize about the angle, guys. This is kind of tough to be able to shoot this and have you guys see everything. So again, when you start on the lug, let it set a minute. You'll actually see it smoke, and then put some forward pressure to it. And if it's pushing hard, like that was, chances are you're not level. And we're just making our way down to the end. And you could, after you've done a bunch of these, you can actually just feel if it's doing right or not. By the way, I did put a new cutting edge on this. Not that the other one wasn't working. I don't know. I just thought, why not? Maybe it'll go easier. All right, let's move on. So what I've found as far as pressure, pretty much your body weight. You don't have to push with your arms and shoulders. Just kind of lean on it, and your body weight alone should be enough to get through the groove. So, again, I'm going to start here, and all I'm doing is first of all getting my angle, and then it's just my body weight. I'm not overly struggling. I'm just kind of leaning into it, letting the groover do the work. And that also seems that when I'm not pushing with my arms and I'm just using my body weight, that seems to give me the straightest grooves as well, which I guess makes sense. And then when you get towards the end, just kind of slow up a little bit. I understand that you can damage one of these by slamming into the tire. By the way, and I wish you guys could help me with this, I've chosen to go all the way through the end of the lug and start so that the groove goes clean through the lug. I'm thinking clean out, it'll be easier to clean out. Debris will clean out itself easier that way. Put something in the comments, please. Let me know about that. I sure would appreciate it. Well, that's it. We're done. Left and right side of the tractors are done. Yeah, I said, are they beautiful? No. Are they perfect? No. Is it as good as an R14? No. Never will be for this particular purpose. But it improved the R4s. And that's what I wanted to do. That's what I set out to do today. It's going to improve the performance of the tractor in the snow and ice. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm looking out right now and it's actually starting to snow. Awesome. God bless you all, and thanks for joining us on Tractors in Life. Hey, I wasn't kidding. I don't know if you can make this out on the camera. We got some wet snowflakes falling. It's not very cold out. Not supposed to amount to anything though, so I don't think we're gonna get the tractor out this time, but soon. It is Buffalo.